everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do my rendition of Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025. This would be week 44, and Rachel calls these cute window journal cards. And she made a couple different ones. They're actually, you know, you can make them pockets or cards. I made this one. This is my sample. And basically what it is she had some original frames that she got from the Graphics Fairy. I think they're ones you have to be a member to get those. And I thought, well, I don't have those, so how about if I just use some scrapbooking paper and cut out an area? So that's what we're gonna do. And so I made this one as a sample. And of course, I lined it in gold, if you can see that. I love it. And I thought we would make just a couple more. So I picked out some papers. I thought we could do a Christmas one or two. And then I picked out this paper. It's a digital. And when I made this one, I simply cut the paper into quarters. So that's the size of it. You can make them any size you want. That worked like a good size for me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut or tear this into, I could probably put them on my cutter, right? I could actually make this a little bigger. If I did 4 1/4, it would be like right there. I don't know, that seems like a good size. So let's do 4 1/4. And I'm gonna do this one too because I'm not sure which tone. This one has more blues. This half had a little bit more cream, beige, ivory-ish colors. I am doing 4 1/4 by lining my ruler up to this line, which is a 1/4 inch on the 4-inch line. So I think that's right. And these could be either way. Okay, and then I wanted to do the Christmas one too, just so we have them and I don't have to stop and tear them after. So let's do 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And these are just standard paper that I printed out on copy paper actually, because we're going to back them. If I wasn't going to back them, I could probably print them out on a 32 pound, and that would be heavy enough, but these are all ones that I just did on copy paper. Okay, I'm not going to cut this one because I have 2 Christmas ones, and I kind of want to make this a quick journal. So what I did is I backed this original one with some coffee dyed paper. And so this is the piece I used. So let's go ahead and trim this one down to the same. We want 4 1/4. And we may need to trim it, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, so basically, when Rachel had her frames from Graphics Fairy, they already had a cutout right here. I didn't have that, so I took an index card and just cut what I thought would be an appropriate size to put a graphic behind it. So that's what we're going to do. But what we do is we do it on this side. That way I can write on there. Okay. And then all I did is I lined my paper up on my mat. You just want to have a straight corner. And then I took my ruler. Oh, here it is. And I'm looking at the lines on my mat. And I try to line up my ruler on there and put my paper Like I want like about an inch. So if I do an inch, there's an inch would be like right there. And I'm measuring this way, an inch. So then if I take my card and I put it here, I kind of put it in the center. It may not be exactly, that's okay. And then I take a pencil and and remember we're on the back side, so if I don't get this exact, that's okay. Nobody's gonna see it. Okay, so there's one. I think we'll do two Christmas ones and one of the others. So let's do another Christmas one. So I want to put this on my line. I want to use my ruler to get about an inch. Put my card on. And again, it doesn't have to be exact, but the closer you get, the better it looks, I think, you know. And this opening that we're creating can be any size, and it can be an oval, it can be a circle, it can be a rectangle, it can be whatever you want. I just made this, so that's what I'm using. So what I had to put behind the other one though were, I have these, and I'm trying to think of what, if I put this on there, I'm getting only part of the bird. If I do this, I only get part of the bird. I was kind of thinking of maybe using this one. So I'm going to I just don't know. This looks like coral to me. This looks like it has a little bit more of this pinky in it, like the bird. So I think I'm going to use that one. Okay, and so I want to cut a space out of there as well. Okay, that'll work. So we'll put this on our line. I keep moving my ruler. TV's kind of loud out there, but the puppies like to listen to it, so we put it on the game show channel. Okay, so I've got 3, and then we want to cut those out, the centers out. So where did I do with my scissors? Oh, here we go. So the best way to do that is to make a hole and cut out to a corner, then cut to the other corner, and do that on all 4 corners. And that makes it easy for you to get your scissors in here and cut on this line. So I hope everybody's doing well today. I did work for a few hours. They needed some help. I worked earlier this week. They called me in too because they had so much work. So I went in and I didn't feel like I did a whole lot, but the manager said, oh my gosh, what you did really helped a lot. So that made me feel better. And then I did work in today. Oh, how pretty is that going to be? Okay, let's look at... I'm going to cheat just a minute. Oh, I think I'm going to love it. Okay. Okay. So we want to go ahead and cut these out as well. Kind of doing a mass make or whatever, where you just do each thing so you don't waste your time getting stuff out, putting stuff away. So anyways, I worked, and then, oh, when I got up this morning, oh, let's start back at the beginning. A while ago, my daughter, I'm saving all these. I might want to collage with these. My daughter gave me sourdough starter, like a half a cup or whatever. Well, I don't know if you've ever done sourdough, made like sourdough bread and used the starter in that, but it multiplies like really fast. So I made a couple of loaves of bread, and then it was just starting to get out of hand. So you can refrigerate it or freeze it, but I had it in the refrigerator, and it just kept getting more and more and more and more and more. And I can only eat so much bread, and I should really not eat any bread, to be honest with you. Too many carbs for me, but so the other day it was so out of hand that I went ahead and put 6 portions in Ziploc bags to go in my freezer. And then I kept 2 portions out for pizza dough, and then 1 portion to make a loaf of bread. Well, I made the pizza last night, and it was delicious with the sourdough crust. It was phenomenal. And then this morning when I got up, before I went to work, now I just ripped that a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. I can repair that. This morning when I got up before I went to work, I baked the bread. So we have enough carbs in this house to last me to the end of the year, I think. But anyways, so that's what I kind of did the last day and a half or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside because I have the pieces from my sample one as well. Let me put those aside. Okay, so the next thing that Rachel did, and I'm going to do maybe 2 like that. I'm going to do 1 like this. She also made, I gotta find it, just a minute. She also made a window with vellum. So I've got a piece of vellum here, and I'm going to do a Christmas one like that, okay? These 2, I need to have graphics for them. So I thought we would use this one. This is from Tara L. Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life. And I don't need to cut it like a tag because we're not using it as a tag. What I want to do is put this, I think, I don't know, I kind of like the flower in the bottom part, so I kind of like it like this. So I'm gonna try to put it on a straight edge so I can kind of figure out where I need to cut and that. I think I want a little bit of this to show. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to draw a line right here, which is my cutoff, and I can cut more than that. Okay. I also can cut some off the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this and then cut a smidge more. And then I'm going to cut some off the bottom. Okay. And I want to put this in here. I don't know if you can see because I'm doing like white on white. I'm just trying to figure out how to put that in there that I like. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a bead of glue around this graphic. And then I'm going to lay this down and I want to put this on top, but I want it to go like this. There, perfect. Okay. Then we have a piece of our coffee dyed paper and we're going to put that behind it. And because we're going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and glue this whole sheet, which I can do with my glue stick. Okay. Beautiful. And then anything that's hanging over, we can just trim off. I think that looks good. Okay, I love it. Now, I might want to distress it just a little, which I could have done before I put that graphic in there, but I think this will be okay. Just kind of highlight the edge a little bit. And I'm using Vintage Photo. And then I used my punch. This is my whale tail punch. But if you have a circle punch, you can just make your thumb notch right here. If you wanted, this could be a journaling card, just like this. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just round the corners and make this one a journaling card. And I have a corner rounder, so let's do 1/4 inch. Rachel doesn't usually round her corners, she just snips them off. And then you can also decorate this a little bit, and I'm going to put a smidge of glue under here where I see it, we didn't get the whole thing glued all the way down. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there. I got to see if my glue's coming out. Okay, perfect. I'm just sticking this under here, and I'm going to put a line of glue right there where it's catching, and a little bit on the bottom where I didn't get it glued all the way. Perfect. And then if you're making them journaling cards like this, you can decorate them if you want. This would be a pocket. This would be a journaling card, and I think we could decorate it a little bit. So I will do that in a minute. What I wanted to do is do the I'm going to do a Christmas one like this. And I have some Christmas graphics. I don't know if they're big enough for in there. They're not. So let me see what else I have for Christmas graphics. I have a bucket here with some Christmas stuff in it. Let me see. Some, Rachel actually did, oh, Rachel actually did the one that she did with the vellum, she just put a design behind it. Oh, how pretty is that? So we're going to do one like this, and we'll do a vellum one. That will maybe just have a design behind it. So what did I do with my other? Okay, hold on just a minute. There it is. So this one we said we're going to just make a journaling card. How cute is that? I think that would be really cool. Okay, so we are going to, I don't want to turn this over because I want to make sure that I have this Christmas deer in here just to get his head in there like that. I love that. Okay. There's a Christmas tree too, which is pretty, but I don't think it's as nearly as pretty as the Christmas deer. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I want to cut off or tear off. good. And we want to take some off the top, maybe not quite that much, maybe that much. Okay, and we want to definitely do something around this. I really like the idea of lining it in gold though, rather than distressing it. Anyways, let's go ahead and glue it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue around this and glue around this. So if I do it this way, then I'm getting glue right on the edge of this, which should be done on my glue book. And because you can't measure exactly how far out it's going to go, if you put glue around the outside of this one, you should be all set. No. Tommy, no. We have to put it on the front side, right? Yes. Okay, let's do it the right way. And we want this down. We want this on top, like this. Okay. Get your glue book over here, Tommy. Perfect. And remember, this one is going to be a journaling card. So we can go ahead and put coffee dyed paper on the whole back, and then we'll cut a notch. And I think I'm going to line it in gold. Anyways, it's supposed to get really cold tonight, so I'm glad I don't have to go out tomorrow. And I looked and they don't have me scheduled for work this week at all, which works out good because I film ahead just a little bit. So what I say and what actually matches up might not be the same. But anyways, look at that. I love it. Let's round the corner of this one. Just do 1/4 inch. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, like that. I love it. And let's put some gold on this baby. And all I did with this one is I just took this Deco Color Premium oil-based opaque metallic paint marker. That's what we did. I just used that. And I just lined this right here. Just went right down the edge. I love, love, love this paint pen. And I know you're going to say I'm crazy, but I love the smell of it. Oh, how pretty is that? And then we have a window journal card. I don't think I'm going to do anything on this. Let me see what I have for... Looking to see if I have any... Oh, that would be pretty on there, wouldn't it? What if I did just maybe 3 along there? I really like that. I don't know what this is. I actually bought this years ago and glued it on a dress I had to dress up the dress. The dress was like just plain blue, and I wanted to add something to it, so that's what I added. I'll put this on with, I hope, this art glitter glue. We might need to just let it sit to dry. That's really pretty. So let me show you what that adds to it. I just added this little tiny bit of gold and crystal on it. Really pretty. Okay, and then this one, I wonder if we have... Ooh, we have these little pink jewels that I think would be really pretty. So let me get my tweezers since I can't handle those. And what I'm going to do is put... I want them at the top, or yeah, because if it's going to go in a pocket, I don't want these to get taken off. So let's do one. I have to put 1 or 2 on so I can see how far apart they need to be to look good. There's one. Oh, I like that. And then the second one could go right about there. These are sticky on the back, but you know, they wouldn't hold necessarily by themselves for very long. Okay, I think that's good. Maybe another one right there. I think that looks really pretty. I think that's 3 of those is plenty. Okay, so then the last one is the one that we're going to do vellum on. So let me put this away. Okay, and the last one, we're going to do vellum on it. So we want a vellum window. So I just need this to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to get my cutter out for that to make sure it's about the right size. Kind of making a mess over here, people. Okay. And I'm going to do 4. No, I'll do 4 1/4. If I need to cut it, I can. 4 1/4. Oh, let's do 4 1/4 this way. Oh, let's do 5 1/2 first. If we do 5, and that way I save most of the vellum. I don't waste it. So if we do 5 1/2, and then we do 4 1/4, about like that. We want to glue the vellum on the same way that we glued the picture on the other one. So we want vellum to be right on the back. So it looks like I should be able to put my glue on inside and outside of this piece and then lay the vellum on there. I don't want the glue to go out onto the vellum, so I'm pushing it this way. The outside piece I don't care because I can cut the vellum, wipe the glue, but the inside I didn't want the glue to spill out here onto the vellum. Pretty. Okay, I love it. And then what Rachel did with the window one is she just had a design behind it because she made this a pocket. And she made it, let me see if I have some Christmas paper that will fit this whole thing. She made it, yeah, I don't think that's wide enough. Nope. But do you see it's like the whole piece? So let me see if I have, and we could use that one. Ooh, that's a pretty picture. Oh, that sure is a pretty picture, huh? Oh, I have this paper. Oh, I like that. Let's see, I do have a light. These I think I got from Lady Dragonfly Designs. I have that. It's just kind of pretty. Kind of like the writing behind it, don't you think? I'm going to use that. I kind of like that. And it looks like they're all like folded up pages that she sent. So, yeah, look at that. Okay, so we basically just need a piece. Where is my pencil? Put your pin in your glue, Tommy. Okay, here's my pencil. Is that where I want it? Kind of like that right there. Winter sleigh. Oh, the Christmas going up. Kind of nice. Stockings. Ho, ho, ho. Eggnog. Oh, this is hard. I think I'm going to do this right here. Just because it doesn't really make a difference. When you put a journaling card in here, it's going to cover it up anyways. So I'm just going to cut this right there. And I think on one of Rachel's, it was just a designed paper. It had a small design on it. But you know, when you go out to watch her craft and do journals and that, she's got the most beautiful papers, and I've said it in the past. They're like, she's in Italy, so she has access to Italian papers, and I think she actually has like some French and that, and they're just beautiful. Okay, so what we want to do though is we only want to glue this like this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this and, what's the top? That's the top. Okay. We're going to glue just down. I love this precision tip, but you have to clear it all the time. And of course, if you don't put the top on it, you have to clear it. There we go. So these are cute little ideas for window type pockets or journaling cards. And you can mix and match like with the vellum and that. I just did it this way to show you. Okay, so now we want to make sure that, oops, we don't want it to move, that's for sure. Okay. And this one is going to be a pocket, so we want to make a thumb notch at the top, but I want to trim that. And we will make a thumb notch. I don't know if I can just make one in this. I should have before I glued it. Let's see if we can. If I can bend that enough to get this piece in there. Ooh, maybe. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I'm going to distress this. Distress our thumb notch. I love this one, the vellum. Beautiful. And I want to keep this short, so I'm not going to try to embellish any more of these, like try to dress them up at all. I think that you got the idea. So these two are our journaling cards, which I need to just roll a little bit so they're a little stiffer. Window journaling cards. This was my prototype pocket. Okay. Let me go like this. And then this is our Christmas pocket. Now this one you would put down on a page and this would be the pocket. I didn't leave this paper open, but this one I left this open. So if you put this down on a page and glued either just these two sides, you would have a pocket here and then a tuck back here. If you glued all three sides, you'd have a pocket and then another pocket. Or if you glued the top and the bottom, glued these three sides, you would have a pocket here and a pocket here. So it's pretty versatile. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Rachel, thanks for the idea. I love these. And this is something that's fairly simple and I would use in my journals, and I think they really would make them look beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my subscribers, past, present, and future. I think that's it. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.